Grab a seat. You look good with that apple. Is that apple on your nose? Is that the one up there? That what? Oh. Good morning. Good morning, and welcome to our annual Veterans Day recognition ceremony. Today, we are honored to welcome all veterans, including Sergeant Jared Conley, whose son is a Defiance High School senior. This ceremony is a time for reflection and gratitude. As we listen to Sergeant Conley, I want to remind you to reflect on the sacrifices made by him and his family for those that have and are currently serving in one of the branches of the United States military. At this time, I ask that you please stand for the presentation of the colors by VFW Post 3360.
Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Good morning. My name is Kendall Liffick. I'm a senior and student council class president, and today I'll be reading you a poem about the noble and the brave. When America had an urgent need, these brave ones raised a hand. No hesitation held them back. They were proud to take a stand. They left their friends and family. They gave up normal life. To serve their country and their God, they plowed into the strife. They fought for freedom and for peace on strange and foreign shores. Some lost new friends, some lost their lives in long and brutal wars. Other veterans answered a call to support the ones who fought. Their country had requirements for the essential skills they brought. We salute every one of them, the noble and the brave, the ones still with us here today, and those who rest in a grave. So here's to our country's heroes, they're a cut above the rest. Let's give the honor that is due to our country's very best.
Good morning. I'm Jocelyn Jerger, a senior and Student Council Vice President. Today, I will read you a poem about fallen heroes. Fallen heroes, one by one. In the news, there's another one. Whether they fight or whether they are on call, it's time to thank them once and for all. To all your soldiers across the land, whether on call or in the promised land, you're in our hearts, you're in our souls. We thank you greatly as the conflicts unfold. Fallen heroes, one by one, let's pray to God there's not another one. Whether they fought for our freedom or whether they are on call, it's time to thank them, one and all.
Good morning. I'm Christian Conley, a senior at Defiance High School. It is my honor to introduce to you a local veteran, as well as my father, Sergeant Jared Conley. My dad, Sergeant Conley, was born and raised in Northwest Ohio. In 2006, he graduated from Ayersville High School. In 2011, he married my mom, Hillary, and in 2013, he welcomed my sister, Kennedy, to the world. After 12 years of putting aside what he believed was the inevitable, despite the odds stacked against him, Sergeant Conley enlisted in the United States Army on March 16, 2018. He graduated basic training at Fort Jackson, South Carolina, and completed Level 1 combative certification. During the graduation ceremony, he was one of 7 selected to sing the national anthem. He moved on to Fort Gordon, completing AIT, specializing in signal support, radio satellite, and computer networking. In 2021, Sergeant Conley was deployed to Poland with the 454 Transportation Company in support of Operation Atlantic Resolve. While on this deployment, he performed at levels expected of a higher grade, being entrusted as the NCOIC of the Support Operations of Transportation Office, where he delegated over hundreds of missions. As a result, Sergeant Conley built exceptional relationships within the Customer Unit Support Battalions and the 101st ASB, as well as the 39th MCB, 49th MCB, and the National Movement Control Center personnel in all of the 8 Atlantic Resolve counties. Additionally, Sergeant Conley developed a standard operation procedure which was accepted by each of the host nations and is used to train incoming replacements. Sergeant Conley currently serves with the 454th Transportation Company out of Rickenbacker Air National Guard Base in Columbus, Ohio. Please welcome Sergeant Conley to the podium.
Good morning, veterans, guests, students, and staff of Defiance City Schools. Thank you, son, for the introduction, and thank you for all veterans and active duty members here today. I applaud you for putting your life on hold and on the line to serve our country. It is a great honor to be standing in front of you here today as we honor and recognize who have fought and continue to fight for our freedom. Thank you to those who have gone before me and those who will go after. From a young age, I knew that I wanted to do something that was bigger than myself. I always desired to be a part of the United States military. That mindset has always been in my heart and lingered in the back of my mind. While I was not always favored by many, it was always a thought that never faded. That pride, honor, and respect that I hold for my country was always something that I wanted to put into action. For years, I have pushed aside the fear about jumping into something new, not knowing if I could manage, but my heart truly committed in bettering myself and pursuing a career. I wanted to challenge myself both physically and mentally. My desire outweighed the fear, and I accepted the calling. At the age of 30, with a full-time job, wife, 2 children, Christian and Kennedy, and a beautiful life, I finally decided to listen to that lingering thought that had been placed in my heart at a young age. Yes, I enjoyed my job. I enjoyed being a part of my children's daily lives, coaching ball, hunting, and spending quality time with family and friends. But something was missing. There was a void that I had not yet fulfilled and knew it was something that I needed to pursue. God allowed my career to slowly develop into something totally different. So, endless support with my wife, children, family, and friends, I signed on March 16, 2018. With the decision to join the United States Army comes great sacrifice that not only affects you, but the ones supporting and you're responsible for. Especially at the age of 30 and the family that I already established, joining the U.S. Army has been the best decision of my life. It has given me opportunity to serve in a capacity that I never thought I could. I experienced unparalleled growth, great responsibility, and numerous opportunities. I was assigned with the 454 Transportation Company. It was a company of fuelers. I'm the only commo that specializes in radio, satellite, and computer network in my unit. I've learned how to manage tactical operations center, delegating every element that our unit is tasked with. I've also been tasked as our radio talk operator in our operations center. I have developed how to build convoy manifests, SOP safety protocols for all military movements. I have evolved into an NCO, and I am now acting platoon sergeant in our headquarters platoon, managing, mentoring, and counseling those under my leadership. While on a deployment in Poland, I was tasked as the Highway Operations NCO for the 731st CSSB Battalion. Within that year, I successfully executed steady-state operations, improved diplomatic clearance packets, and reduced the approval of March credits by processing airless packets for combined forces to meet 21st TSC mission objectives. Additionally, I was able to create hundreds of diplomatic clearance packets which required synchronized timelines, MHE support, grid coordinates, and armed escorts. The 138 missions were completed hauling over 242,575 gallons of fuel and over 521 kilograms of ammunition. There was over 211 miles that was credited to Operation Atlantic Resolve. I ensured and continued coordination with nation movement control centers building relationship with 13 host nations, and helped to train the 601st BSB and the 101st ASB in the process of building March credits. At the conclusion of my deployment, I was awarded with the Army Commendation Medal and coined 5 times for my performance. This deployment led to my reflection of the contribution that I was able to make while serving overseas. While overseas, I had the opportunity to travel. And this experience deepened my respect for the veterans that came before me. I was able to witness the Jewish concentration camp, Auschwitz-Birkenau State Museum. I had not truly understood the depth of what others endured. This tour walked you through some of the buildings, showing the luggage, shoes, glasses, and even utensils that some of them carried. It was outrageous to see the number of items that these people brought while being forced to these camps. But even then, it didn't hit me until I walked into the room and saw an endless pile of hair that has been shaved from their heads or their bodies before going through these gas chambers. I couldn't imagine what these people felt. Forced to leave their homes, tortured, and later murdered. I looked at every single lock of hair as a soul. We later walked into a small gas chamber, and on the walls were fingernails scratching the walls, trying to find a way out. This just seems so unreal. Seeing all this, it was clear to me that these individuals didn't have hope, nor did they have someone standing up for them until it was too late. This motivated me even more to stand up for rights, freedom, and equality. These things cannot be ignored, and these are not minor experiences. Instead, I acknowledge what life truly is. It's important. It should hold value and meaning. There are so many lives that have been sacrificed so that you can keep yours. So that you can live in freedoms that we have today. Look at those who sit next to you. See their worth. Remember who you are and whose you are. See the value of breath that you breathe, and honor those that you have known took the oath to uphold the principles of this nation we live in. I may have not seen combat, but my job has meaning behind the scenes. Just as your role holds value, continue to support those who have defended you in the past, who defend you in the present, and who defend you in the future. Who knows? Maybe one day, even you will be considered part of that. If I may encourage you with these 3 things today, I would start by saying, don't let anybody tell you that you can't, because you can. You know yourself better than anyone. Dreams can seem so far to reach at times, but are possible with a bit of hope and encouragement. With the right support of people in your corner, you can achieve what you put your mind to. Surround yourself with those that are like-minded and that believe in your goals, pushing you to succeed and picking you up when you feel defeated. There are going to be storms that come against you, trying to keep you from your end goal. The winds might blow, the earth might shake, but keep the faith in that dream. Next, I would say, life is about choices, so choose them wisely. The best advice ever given to me in the Army was by Sergeant First Class Bennett, my old platoon sergeant. She told me in life, you will learn 2 things. This is what to be and what not to be. The world is forever changing, and in life there is always a right and a wrong way. Remember, in life there is always consequences for every action, whether good or bad. Other people will watch you and see the fruits that you produce. Make sure that you are producing the fruit to grow in life, not something that will wither and fade in time. Last but not least, do what you love. There is joy and peace in the midst of pursuing your passion. Don't ever live in regret, wondering if you would have done things differently, or where would I be? I am blessed beyond measures and can honestly say, after 6 years of serving in the United States Army, I finally get it. God allowed the door to open when the time was right. I get to do what I love and wouldn't be in front of you today if I didn't answer the call. Steve Jobs says it well. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to truly be satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. As all matters of the heart, you will know it when you find it. Once again, I'd like to thank all those who have gone before me and those who go after. I commend and honor you making such a selfless sacrifice to protect this nation and those living in it. Thank you.
Thank you, Sergeant Conley, for sharing what you did. I know that is not an easy thing to do. In a moment, we will be recognizing veterans and current military personnel in attendance as the Defiance High School band plays a portion of each service branch's song. Defiance Middle School, Defiance High School, and guests, in case some context or explanation is needed as to why we take the time to put our day on hold, in addition to what you heard from Sergeant Conley, I offer the following for you to consider. During their time of service, each person that stands is or was a skilled, disciplined soldier, sailor, Marine, or airman. They have experienced the lowest of lows and the highest of highs in service to our great nation. Living veterans make up 7% of our nation's population. Military personnel currently serving our great nation total less than 1% of our population. There is no greater military force than our country's branches of service. Veterans and military personnel, please stand as your service song is being played so that we can recognize your service, sacrifice, and patriotism. The screen behind me will prompt you, as will I. United States Army. United States Navy. United States Army. United States Army. United States Navy.
United States Coast Guard. United States Marine Corps. United States Air Force.
Soldiers and sailors, forgive my gaffe. I'll treat you at 3360 later.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jackson Hansberg, and I'm a senior, and I'm the National Honor Society president. The next piece of music will be performed by the a cappella choir, Who Are the Brave, by Joseph Martin. It was written to pay tribute to those who put their lives in peril for others. Its text and its music sum up what it means to serve our country and our community in the armed forces. This song is a nationally recognized piece of music that was performed during the 2008 9/11 memorial service at the Pentagon. And this piece will be followed by the playing of 21 Gun Salute and taps. We ask that you hold all the pieces that have been played. At this time, we ask that you sit in silence and take a minute to reflect on the meaning of today's program and appreciate the sacrifices that have been given by those currently serving and those that have served. Thank you. I would like to direct your attention to the high school band.
Thank you. This now concludes our Veterans Day Assembly. I would like to thank our veterans and other guests for spending the morning with us. I'd also like to thank Sergeant Jared Conley for being our guest today and speaking to our students and veterans and other guests in our building. Happy Veterans Day tomorrow to all the veterans in the audience, and have a great rest of your day. Thank you.